What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com. And in the last Dynasty video, we took on Western Michigan and got the easy win, 45-6. They were one of the worst teams in the conference, and it showed. Their impact players were wide receivers, and neither one ever got to touch the ball, and they had bad quarterback play, and we were just too much for them to handle. So we are still undefeated, 5-0. We're 17th in the country, and we got another home game, and that is against Buffalo. They look to be slightly more talented than Western Michigan, but they're 1-4. They're having a bad year, and you look at their stats, they're not really good at anything. Like pass offense is the best that they're good at, and it's like just 42nd in the country. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we can take care of business. Now, before we do that, let's go to recruiting. Recruiting is going really well. In our last game, we ended up getting 3 commitments. Anthony Reed, the defensive end, Justin Osai, the quarterback, and Jared Colvin, the wide receiver. 3 of the 4 original prospects that we were going after. Since they committed so early, I noticed there were other players that were still kind of interested. They didn't drop us off their list even halfway through the season. Now, we still got one guy, Derek McLaurin. We've been going after him since the beginning, and we are in good shape here. He just won't tell us anything about what he is into. But we have 3 other players that still have us in their top 8. That tells me that they really like us. They were just waiting for us to show them some love of some sort because nobody else is apparently going after them very hard. So what I decided to do was go after 3 of them. So we're still going to go after McLaurin, but we're going to spend the other 2/3 of our points on another defensive end, Zach Parker. Between him and this defensive end, he seemed a little bit better just in terms of his strength numbers. So we're going to go after him. And another wide receiver, Dan Brown, more of an outside threat, a little bit stronger, definitely taller, got decent hands. So I say, why not? We'll see what happens after the next couple weeks. And if we keep moving up the list, maybe we can get a few more commitments beyond the original 3. So let's head into the game. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can just take care of business. Now, we got somebody in trouble. This is actually a good thing, I think, unless it's like Gardner. Please don't let it be Gardner. So it's Reggie Blair, another linebacker that's going to be out, and he's like our second best outside linebacker. So I wonder what he did. Let's see. The study hall report shows that Blair is well below the necessary hour requirements. We need to make a statement to him and the rest of the team. So that's not a big egregious error. And his discipline is A+. So I've said this for years. Never recruit players based off their discipline. It's all random. A lot of the players that have been getting in trouble the last year or so have all had excellent discipline, yet they still get in trouble. So that just tells you don't need to really pay attention to that. What I'm going to do is I need to look at the roster first before we put a suspension on him, because we definitely got to do that. Our discipline bar is really high still. So let's just look at our depth chart and see what we got. Here's the roster list. Let me go here. So we got Blair. I guess Lucas can step right on in and help us out for maybe a couple of games. Just want to make sure we don't have anybody on the back end that's like red shirting that's, just in terms of depth. So I think we're going to be okay. So what we're going to do, let me go back to the depth chart real quick just to make sure I have everything lined up correctly. We'll go to the right outside line, or I think it's left. If I can get to it super slow, let's go right here. So Blair is there, and then we got Samuel and then Lucas. Let me just see here real quick. So both of them, we may want to put Lucas right here. Lucas looks to be better of the 2. He's faster, and he's just as smart. His tackle is even better. So let's just put him. Looks like we're going to have a true freshman playing outside and middle. So our 2 starting linebackers for the next game or so are freshmen. Interesting. So that's what we're going to do. And again, we got Butler, who is out. I think he's suspended for maybe one more game, or he's coming back. Either way, I think we're going to be fine. So what we're going to do is go back to our schedule. We're going to take some action, and let me look at the schedule really quickly. We got Buffalo, Miami of Ohio, and Bowling Green. We can suspend him for like maybe a couple of games. That Miami game will be interesting, but let's see. I want to get that bar down. So I like to do, let's do 3 games. I'm going to just take a chance on that. Let's just do 3 games and really suspend him. That gives us some, no, actually, let me go to 2. We may need those points for somebody else later on. So let's just do 2 games there. That way he'll be ready for that Bowling Green game. So I think we're going to be okay there. We'll just see. So let's look at the Buffalo's uniforms. That's their standard. They have an alternate. That looks pretty cool, but we put a lot of blue on ours as well. I actually like that. Let's go with that blue one. Let's take care of business today. Then we got a big game coming up. As you can see, they got some players out just as much as we do for one reason or another, either due to injury or suspension. I think Height is coming back next week. Blair is out, I think, for maybe one more game. It could be two. Jackson's out for a few games. I didn't really mention that. And we're going to talk about it here in a minute. We got a rainy game. Hopefully that doesn't lead to a lot of turnovers. Heavy rain. I can see. What's funny is, the crowd is not a sold-out crowd, and maybe it is because of the rain, because we've been selling out games for pretty much all season. No harsh wind on that one, but we have our first division game of the season. And here come the Akron Zips. We're well on our way to possibly doing something special this season. We'll see. Yeah, good-looking uniforms there, but they're going to highlight you-know-who. Leading in rushing and yards and in touchdowns. He's already got 21 touchdowns, and that doesn't even include the receiving touchdowns. Incredible. Just the best performance I've seen in a halfback in a career in this game ever, I guess. So they're picking us to win. Let's go to the coin toss. And let's see if they will get the ball first, which is fine. So let's look at the roster. So the one downer from last game was our starting quarterback. He just turned into an impact player, and he got hurt like in the second drive of the game. So he's out for 3 more weeks, but he's only going to miss, I think, 2 more games because we got a bye week. So hopefully we can get past that. But our backup, Lance Fine, I think he'll do just fine. We'll just see how that goes. But I just wanted to mention that if anybody didn't pay attention to the last game. So let's look at their roster. Starting off, they got a couple dual threat guys, 78 speed for both, but they both looked about the same type of player. Their starting halfback is out for a game. That's very helpful. They have nothing behind him. Absolutely nothing. But they have an impact fullback. But he's super slow and he's humongous. 6'1", 283. And he can't carry. I just don't. Are they going to force the ball on him just because he's an impact guy? That'll be interesting. I'm sure he'll break a tackle or two just because he's so big. But you look at their wide receiver. Their starting wide receivers out. No wonder they're 1 or 4. All their best players are out. Kind of like ours in a sense, but we got backups to help at least. But he's going to be out. They got 76, 72, 68. The tight end's decent, I guess. 76 with 74 speed. Just not a whole lot to work with. And this guy can't even catch. So when it comes to skill players, they have really nothing. The only thing other than their quarterbacks can run a little bit. So I'm curious to see how they're going to do their run-pass ratio. Let's look at the offensive line. 72, 68, 78, 78, 62. Terrible across the board. Man, it says they're better than Western Michigan, but not the offense. And they may have all their talent on defense. So let's look there. So 74 and 72, but this guy's out. So now it's a 70. You look at their defensive tackle, 74, 74. So their front four is nothing to get excited about. Linebackers, their starting outside linebacker left is out for 3 weeks, but that's not a detriment. You look at middle linebacker, 74, then their top outside linebackers out. God bless them. I feel kind of bad for them, but we know what they're going through because kind of what we're dealing with right now. But this guy is out, but they got okay backups behind him. Corner, 82, 78, 72, just, again, okay. Impact-free safety. We'll probably run away from him some today. And they got a terrible strong safety. They have an impact kicker. Not what you want. No offense to kickers out there, but you'd rather have that impact status on somebody else. So maybe they'll kick a bunch of field goals because of him. I don't know. Hopefully we can get them out of field goal range in general. And they got just maybe the worst punter in the game. All right. Let's take care of business. Nobody get injured today. We've got at least one person injured in every game this season, it feels like. Let's rack up some points. Let Gardner show off some. Great looking uniforms. Man, those look slick. I don't know what they're going to call. Are they going to be a run team or a pass team? They don't have any impact guys out there. Except the fullback. And that's it. It's just that fullback, so we'll see what he does with it. He didn't do much there. Let's do a 1 high. Maybe this will force them just to run all day. Let's see. So let's just do let's go man. Another tackle, but a face mask. I swear. Hopefully it's just a 5-yarder. The play before that looked like a face mask. Nope, it's a 15-yarder. So let's just give him some yards. First and 10 on the 44. Let's go with another one high from nickel. So Butler's back. I thought he was suspended. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. I was looking at Blair. So he's back. That's good. Intercept that. So close. We had a lot of pressure on him. So that's what, 2nd and 10? Let's go cover 2 out of 4-2-5. So I was looking at it wrong. That was Blair that was on that list. So Butler is back. That's good. Garcia done a great job filling in for him. Wide open over there. But he stepped out, thankfully. So now it's what, 3rd and 8? Let's just run basic cloud. Let's see if I can get after this guy. Do something like this. Intercept that, somebody. There you go. Nice. It was like a triple coverage in a sense. Of course, that helps with zone, and he just throws it up. It takes a while for it to get there. You go back and look. He had time to throw. But it was triple coverage pretty much at that. Well, actually double coverage. But anyway, great play by Rogers, our free safety. So let's take advantage of that. Actually, I need to put Gardner right here at a sub package. I'll remember to do that later on in the future. I think we could do some damage with him from the slot as well. Let's just go over here, run basic option. Not going to be a 5 or 6, not too bad. Let's just run off tackle. I'm going to go to the left. Gardner needs to touch the ball a lot today, so let's just go and do something. Good defense. So we may go for the same thing, 3rd and 3. I'm going to go tackle. They may go goal line. Nope, they're going zone 4-3. I'm going to go back to Gardner. I feel like he's the one that gives us a chance. And I didn't get it. Golly, I didn't get it. Oh, man. I think I may go for this, honestly. I'm going to go for it. I just feel the need to go for it, so let's do that. So they're going... I think I may go back to Gardner. We got one less defender on that side. There we go. Bit of a risky move, but I was okay with it. Again, I'm not really fearful of this team. So I thought that was a good play in general. So let's try. Let's try some triple. I think we could do some of that today. Their defensive tackles aren't the best in the world. Let's go to the right this time. Nothing there. Cut up here. Just keep it with 5. Get a first down. I don't think I got the room. I may have the room for this. Let's go play action. And they're going man. I still may have enough room. We'll see. Snap it here. Cover 0. We'll just go over here. I don't think I had the time to, or the room to throw over the top on that one. So that makes it what? 2nd and 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip Gardner. That way he can run to the right a little bit and away from the free safety. So we can go to the right more. No offense to New Whale, but I think Gardner needs to touch it more. Get a good defense. Nowhere to go there. So that's what? 3rd and 5? I'm going to do halfback option. They're going 5-2. Let's go back to the left. I'm going to just let Gardner handle it. Get a first down there. And now we can just keep it pretty simple the rest of the way since we're 10 yards away from the end zone. Let's go basic tackle. We can go to New Whale. Ooh, they flipped their safeties. You rarely see them flip the safeties. So let's do that. Get over here. Get another 5 or 6 yards. We'll just call pretty much the same thing until we get in the end zone. We can try lead. So they took the free safety out, but they got an extra defender on the right side, so I'm going to go right back to the left. And we're going to get 6 points with you-know-who. And there he goes. He has broke the record for most rushing touchdowns in a career. And it's halfway through his junior season. If only this was in a bigger conference, if he would have accomplished all of this in the Big Ten, for example, he would go down as the greatest running back ever in college football history. But he never will because we've been doing this in the MAC. So he'll go down as the greatest group of 5 running back ever. How about that? So that's a good start. Took us a little while to get down there, but we scored. We're going to get back on defense and try to get another stop. I'm going to kick it straight. Or straight as I can. Not bad, but will be returned. Good stop. And another player hurt. Why not? Either going to be half our team feels like they're either injured or suspended for something. Let's go. I'm going to go cover 2 out of 4, 2, 5. I have a feeling they're going to go back to their fullback. Let's see what happens here. Going halfback direct. Nowhere to go. They got 2 very slow fullbacks back there. 2 wide here. Let's do a cover 1. We'll do something like this, perhaps. Make a tackle. There you go. You ain't getting past Butler. So that is 3rd and long again. 3rd and 7. We can go back to Cloud.
3rd down and 7. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Do something like this, perhaps. All day to throw, but thankfully he went out of bounds. So the quarterback threw it way too lightly. So we're going to force a punt. I'm going to go double cross. We need this punter to shank it to the right. That would be ideal. Like over here somewhere would be great. But he went the other way with it. I'm just going to fair catch that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So we are on the right hash. I'm going to try playing action again. I want to attack that strong safety. But they keep going man, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll go to probably one of the receivers again. Cover 1. We'll just go back to Williams. And he went for this dive, and that's 6 points right there. So Fine's off to a good start. Of course, the reason why we scored there because that corner went for a swat instead of a tackle. But it's good to see our backup do good things out there. This is Williams' last year. I'm pretty sure he's a senior. He's been really good for us. We switched his jersey number in the offseason. I feel like he earned it. Gave him a smaller number. So let's kick another extra point, and we'll get back on defense. So the next 2 games are going to be, I think, tougher. Miami of Ohio, they're 3-1, and then we got Bowling Green, they're 3-2. We got to get past Miami. That's going to be a real tough one because we're going to be without Jackson. It's pivotal, and of course, they're in our division. So maybe the most important game on the season because we're too good to not win another conference title. So we got to find a way to do that. We got to take care of this game first. I'm going to go back to another 1 high. I think they're going to continue to run it. And Cedric Bryant is out for 4 weeks. So, I mean, if we go undefeated with this team due to all the injuries and suspensions, then, I mean, just kudos to us. So our quarterback is out. That's my actual quarterback. I didn't even pay attention to see who actually that was until just now. So our defensive tackle's out for a couple more weeks. Jackson's out for 3 weeks. A kicker. Just bad luck. When does a kicker get hurt? But we got one that is hurt, so let's go look at our depth chart. It'll have to be our punter. I think we got 2 punters, actually. You go here, we're going to have Swain as our punter. He's going to be starting kicker and punter for the next 3 weeks, I guess. So our kicking situation is absolutely atrocious. So I have to keep that in mind. Just terrible luck. Again, what do you do with that? Your kicker gets hurt, of all people. But you got to get past it. You got to move on, and we got to survive it. Ooh, fake toss. That looked pretty cool. Oh, good little play. Oh, well, ow, I swear. And they're going to score a touchdown. I just took a bad angle on it. My bad. I went for a dive. Right, I took a bad angle with Rodgers, I guess. Oh. So I take the blame on that one, but that was a good throw by the quarterback, and that was off his back foot. So we're going to get on offense and try to get that touchdown back. Oh, well. So let's get back and try to redeem ourselves. I wasn't expecting a pass. I'm expecting a lot of running from him, but kudos to them for making a play there. Hey, pick it up, McCutcheon. Just don't fumble. It's just, that was all kinds of terrible. So let's go. Let's just go to Gardner. Get us out of this bad situation we're in. We're on the 14. They're going 5-2. I guess we'll go this way. Face mask. Thank you. I thought I saw it. And it is just a 5-yarder, but we'll take it. Now we're on the 32. I'm going to go, I have an idea. I'm going to go triple from Twins. Now, I have the wide receiver play, but I just haven't called that in so long, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Ooh, I forgot. I've got the wrong one in there. My bad. That's our B-back. I completely forgot. I do not need to be calling triple from that formation. My bad, my bad. So let's go power. Let's just do another off-tackle play. I'm going to go to the left. Just get a... Ooh, good job, Newell. Get around, get around. Good job. First down, Newell. So now what we can do is from here, I'm going to run basic handoff to Gardner. Let's go to the right-ish, something like that. Notice that little cut up. They spread out, and I'm just kind of looking for a crease up the middle, and I saw one just enough, and then I just cut up to pick up 7 to 8 yards there. Good play. And that may be the last play of the quarter. I don't think I can get the playoff in time. So, the first quarter, we're up a touchdown. We're on the move, fixing to hopefully go up 2 scores, but we gave up a goofy touchdown. But I think we're okay. Let's go back here. Let's go power option again.
2nd and 3, and this is the 5th play of the current drive.
Ooh, spreading out, everybody. Just be patient with it. Just enough. Get a first down there with Gardner. Not a bad play. Now I'm going to come back here, and we're going to do another just handoff to Gardner. And then I may try play action again. Ooh, I guess we'll go left. Just be patient with the great blocking up the gut. Notice just a nice hole up the B gap. Just don't use the speed button, and then here you just try to make moves on people. So where are we? We're on the 18. I'm pretty much running out of room to do any play action, at least over the top. So let's try. Let's do triple from wide. I think I may go to the right this time. And my bad. I didn't mean to go to the B back there. That was a mistake. So let's go. Let's just go off tackle, try to make up for that blunder. Let's go to the left. Let's go to you-know-who. Get upfield. Just the kid's so fast. It's just incredible when you have so much speed to work with. Like, I've never used a speed button in this area. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what I can do here. And I'm thinking, nope, I think I'm just juke you. And then at this point, you're thinking, okay, I'll probably get tackled by the impact guy. And I will, but I'm just going to run right past you, too. He's just insane. What a great player. You got to remember, he has 95 speed. Unbelievable. So let's just call it the same thing again in the end zone. Go to the left. Good defense. Break the tackle. Break the tackle. Just not enough. So let's try. Let's go power this time. They're forcing me to go left. So that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to get another touchdown. I need to get a thumbnail eventually. He got the thumbnail in the last video. I may try to do another one, like something like this, maybe. That football looks really goofy in his hand like that, but we may try something like that. Will be pretty good. That may be good when you got fine in the background like that. Let's just go. So Gardner may get this one as well. We'll just see how the rest of the game goes. All right, extra point. We'll get back on defense and try not to goof up. I need to do some true rollout slash boot. We'll do that once we get on the left hash. We'll just do that away from that free safety.
4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Our score, Akron 21, Buffalo 7.
Let's get back on defense and try to play better. Kick off here. Now we got a lefty. He's a punter. Not a bad little punt. Maybe the wind's with us, though. Get a tackle, somebody. I'm going to go cover 3. I'm going to control Cade. Do an over front. Do something like this. Play action. A little play to the big tight end, big number 71. He probably weighs 340 pounds, too. Look at him. Fat boy catch. All right, 1st and 10. You can't help but admire them for doing that. All right, so they're going nickel. I think they don't have enough tight ends. That's why they got offensive linemen playing there today. I'm going to let Butler blitz on this one. I'm going to pass it. Get an open field tackle by Carter. Pick up a few. I think they're going to go man here. So I'm going to, let's go 4-2-5, cover 2.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on their own 38.
We'll shade over, do an over front. Actually, I may need to do this instead. I'm going to just occupy that guy. I think he got the first. It's close. 3rd and 1. They're going to go goal line, apparently. I'm going to go man lock because I can see him going to play action or something. He's already thrown it 8 times today. So we'll do something like this and hope for the best. That's the biggest backfield in the country. Oh, I had him right there. He's going to get his first down. I was able to get off the guard. Going 3 wide here. Let's go back to cover 3. Looks like we're going ace tight. That receiver can't hear it. Hey, why did you jump? That was weird. I didn't mean to jump. I was trying to get off my block. So it's what, 2nd and 9. Let's go cover 2. I think they'll run it again. Going weak twins. Or that's weak wide trips, I think. Oh, that was a weird play. I don't know what that was. That was a QB draw that just looked weird. Was that a play that I tried to update? Either way, he destroyed my tackle. Oh, my gosh. So they're calling some weird stuff. But they're moving the chain, so have nothing to say about that. Good for them. Better play. They got a better play caller than what Western Michigan had, that's for sure. Oh, that should have been picked. Oh, it was almost a sack, but my corner just didn't pay attention to it. Let's go back to cover 2. So now, see, they're doing very well. They're balanced. They're doing play action, doing a little running. Oh, I can't get off the block, so he's going to pick up 4 there. Now they're calling timeouts. I'm going to go back to a cover 1. We need to get them in a 3rd and long. That's where they're at their worst. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to go to the right on this one. Oh, thank the Lord he dropped it. Great throw by the quarterback. So it's 3rd and 7. Good job by our corner, I guess, for hitting him when he tried to catch it. So we're going to go Cloud. If we can hold him to a field goal, that would be fantastic. Hopefully that fullback goes out for a pass. He's got all day to throw. Wow. Oh, wow. What a play that was. Thankfully, he dropped it, or he got hit when he tried to catch it. Look at this throw by the quarterback, off the back foot. He saw somebody open, I guess. Butler, I thought was going to have a clear chance to swat it, but he didn't. Wow, great throw, but he got hit, and who made the play? That was Carter. Good job. So we're going to force the field goal. I'm going to go field goal safe, man. Then we're going to get back on offense, and maybe I can squeeze in a touchdown before the half. We're going to try. That way we can go up 3 scores. This should be automatic. Yeah, killer kicker. Would love to have him on our team. So 1:31. So let's see if our freshman quarterback lands fine. Go down the field and score for us. Or we can get a great return by Rich here. That'd be nice. He needs a block or two, though. And nobody blocked. So let's try left hash. Let me just do one run play for now. Let's do basic option. Let's get Gardner going. And then we'll decide what to do after that. Now, they're spreading all of us out. And that looks like they're going cover 0 maybe. So we can get a good block or two. Get a block right there. Good job. Good pitch and just get out of bounds. So, minute 22. I'm going to run it again. We got 3 timeouts, so I think we can still run it. Going zone. I may actually, let's go to the right. Get a block right there. Get a block right there by Newell. Get out of bounds. Great blocking. Just got to be patient with it. I'm not going to get a good view of it there. Let's try to get a view of it here. Good blocking on the right side. Good block by our tight end. And then just waiting for Harrell. Just kind of getting behind him, letting him get a block right there. And then it's just off to the races after that. So now we don't even have to bother with throwing the ball. We can just run it. So let's just do that. Let me go. Let's go basic sting. Let's just do a handoff with Gardner. We'll go to the right. Just get a block right. Good defense. I'm actually not going to call a timeout. I'm not too worried about the clock. I think we got 3 timeouts and we're fixing the score. So I'm not too worried about that. But I'm not going to run clock. I'm just not worried about stopping it at the moment. Especially when you got plays like this. Get out of bounds there. And then we'll just call another off tackle to get in the end zone. Let's go tackle. They have the extra defender on the right side. So I'm going to run to the left. Yeah, be patient on that block and get a touchdown. So now it's 27-10. So that's a good drive. Didn't even have to throw it. I thought we was going to have to, but we had good enough runs to just go right down to score. So I've talked about this in the last few videos. Pretty much the easiest offense you can run, and this is not the reason why I'm running this offense by any means. It's just anytime you can run to the outside, run oriented, run to the outside, you can have a lot of success with it in this game. You got to have good blocking, but if you got good blocking, you can do some serious damage. So just it could be pro style, it could be wishbone, flex bone, just any run scheme where at least half of your run game is just running off tackle. You can do well. And if you want to get to the hardest stuff, that's usually just passing a lot, which is my favorite thing to do, but that's just, I enjoy it. So, but 51 seconds, I'm going to go quarters, which will be my next offense. I'm going to pass a lot in the next one. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that, but I just know I got the itch to throw. Screen, get over there. There you go. Good stop there. I'm going to let that clock roll. I'm okay with that. I don't want to give them any chances. Let's just stay in quarters. I'm perfectly fine with going to the locker room. I'm going to do an under front, though, just in case they go off tackle. And they may just run down the clock and just hand the ball off to Warren. So Blair went down with suspension. Butler came back. It's a good stop there. But I think I'm going to let that clock roll. Should be the last play of the half. We're going goal line. But I'm going to go like 4-2-5, cover 2, just in case we got people in the back. In case somebody breaks a run or something. All right, end of the first half, 28-10. It was a good half. Their offense is much better. Imagine if they had some talent, they didn't have any injuries in certain spots. They would do a whole lot better offensively, because I think their play calling's been pretty good today. So almost 300 yards already for us, 233 yards on the ground. We 2 for 2 in the passing game, 61 yards there. 50% on third down, not bad. So they're just 25. They had 1 turnover. We've kept it clean. And this is another thing. Here's another reason why we're undefeated. I've told this 100 million times. Turnovers is the number one thing in football. You do good on the turnover front, you have a chance to win ball games. And we've been very good on that front in terms of just not turning it over. And it helps for running the ball. So the only way we can really turn it over is pretty much through fumbles. And we just don't fumble enough. So the more you pass, the more you'll probably throw interceptions. But either way, passing, fine. I think he's doing a great job helping us out, backing up for Jackson until he gets back. 2 for 2, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Running the ball, it's all Gardner, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's just going to just change the game of football forever. I don't know how else to say it. He's just insane. So New Wales doing okay with 62 yards. He had that really good run right before the half. Fine, got a good little run off that option play. Receiving, again, Williams with a couple of receptions. You go to defense, Lucas with 4 leading there. And this is his first game playing, so cool to see that. And he's already leading in tackles, and Freeman is right there with him. You go to tackles for loss, Lucas, McCutcheon, and Grant. No sacks, and we got the 1 interception by Rodgers. All right, let's just head back into the game. We get the ball back. Let's just go right down the field and score. We'd love to get about 2 good touchdowns in this quarter, and then we can sub in our second string in the fourth quarter. I'm actually going to go play action out of this. I'm going to go, let's go PA boot right. They're going man. I'll either go to Coleman or we're going to roll out. So it looks like we may be going to Coleman on this one. Let's see. Well, nobody's open. I got to throw that one away. They went with like a cover 1, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, they went with a cover 1 with that safety. That's why I didn't go over the top to Coleman. Nobody else was really open. And they was fixing to sack me. Fine's not fast enough to outrun that dude. So it seemed like a good idea just to throw it away. Good defense. Let's just run off tackle. Make up for that. They flipped the safety. And they crunched in. So I'm going to go to the left. Oh, good job by that linebacker. Heat missile. Notice he just came right on through. He was determined to make that tackle. So now it's what, 3rd and 7? 3rd and 12. Let's try vertical. Let's see if Fine can handle this concept. Going zone. We'll either go to Long or to Harrell. Ooh, I didn't think. I'm actually going to call a timeout on that. I'm going to go offensive line. I'm going to switch this back. I like to have Gardner in the A-back position. So let's go vertical again. So now they're going zone. So it's the same thing, but I'm going to go to either the post or to Gardner. That's my preference. Cover 3. Great catch. Just right where it needed to be. But I was going to go to Gardner, but he got stuck on the defensive end. Or on the defense tackle, look, he got stuck. That's usually my cover 3 beater because he'll be open over here. But he got stuck, so I only had like 1 beater to go to, and that was the post. I was for sure thought this linebacker was going to get a swap, but he didn't. That would be a pretty good thumbnail as well. Let me get something like that. Let me go ahead and get that one while I'm here. That may be our thumbnail for the day. That's the tightest of windows. And we was able to get the conversion. So let's go sting. Just a basic handoff to Gardner. I'm going to go to the right. Just get a block. Get upfield. Have to use the speed button there. I'm going to get a first down. Not a bad play. Let's do triple from slot. The defense never goes nickel on this formation. So if he's coming down, that means this guy's blitzing. Which means I think I may hand the ball off like that. Yep. Good call, Al. Good call. Can he get in? Can he get in? Get in. Oh, my gosh. So I called it correctly. So they went cover 0. Let me open this up a little bit. So they went cover 0, and we're just going triple. This safety's defending long, which means this guy's going to blitz. That's pretty much what that means. So that means I can't go to the outside here, but I figure if we can get a crease right here, then we can get a good gain. I could have went in this direction, but there's just less defenders over here. So I just handed the ball off, and good job by my guard and my tackle to get a really good hole to open up, and then it's just off to the races. Unfortunately, Harold just isn't the fastest player in the world, but an awesome play right here. I may do something like this. If I can make it look halfway decent, something like that would be really good. That's going to be a really good one. That is an awesome thumbnail. That's going to be our thumbnail for the day. Awesome to see that. All right, so let's go. I'm going to try to reward him. Is there a... Yeah, let's go fullback blast. Let's see if I can get in the end zone with Harold. I feel like he earned it. Looks like we're going to go to the left. There we go. Good for him. Good for Harold. Awesome little drive right there. Triple at its finest. Hit that dive read. Especially when they go cover 0. Take your chances going up the middle. I remember I used to do a Dynasty years ago, way before the channel. I done one with Texas A&M, and I read Flexbone. And I would put like my fastest receiver at the B-back position, just so we can find that crease up the middle and nobody could catch the guy. He was awful and everything else, but it was just really cool to see. And I usually, whenever the defense or the line was spread out, or if I saw cover 0, it was just worth taking a chance to go up the middle with him. So that's pretty much what you just saw right there. All right, that was fun. So let's get on defense. To me, that's the fun part of the triple, is hitting that dive read every once in a while. They're going to get that fumble back. Somebody knocked somebody's head off. Boom. That's just a double team tackle. I'm going to go cover 3. I can't wait for the next Dynasty, whoever I'm going to take over. I can't wait to run my new defense. I'm going to run a Tampa 2 defense. Do a lot of middle linebacker, cover 3 type stuff. Cover 2. Well, it's cover 2, but just intercept that. Either way, I'm really excited to run some of that. It's been a long time since I've done it. I'm going to go cover 2 man. So in that defense, you're not going to see any cover 3, really. You're going to see mostly... get off the block. There he goes. Make a tackle. You're going to just see mostly cover 2 man, cover 2 zone. Some blitzes off of that. I don't even think I'll do cover 4. Either way, it should be a lot of fun.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 36.
We'll go back here. I'm going to do another over front. Bring everybody over. Somebody make a tackle. I'm going to pick up 4 there. Or 3. We'll do a 1 high from nickel.
2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 39.
Something like this, perhaps.
Buffalo in a 4-wide set.
We're going to let Butler come through that B gap. Intercept that. All right, interception. Lucas. Who would have thought the true freshman was going to play today, lead in tackles, and get an interception? Really cool. So he's made a real impact so far, and he's got the neck roll. I don't know if you noticed that. He's got the neck roll. Awesome. You don't see many linebackers with a neck roll anymore. So let's go play action off of that. And they're going zone. Yes, I can finally attack a safety with this concept. We're going to go to somebody on the right. Cover 2. Oh, he threw it towards the sideline, which is where I wanted to, but a little too much. Let's go. Just basic off tackle to make up for it.
2nd and 10, ball on the 44-yard line.
I'm going to go. Let's go to the right. Get a block right there. Get it outside. There we go. 1st down. New Wales having a pretty decent game. Let's go back to triple.
It's 1st and 10.
We're going to do it from normal, and they're spreading out. We'll go to the left. I goofed up. I didn't read the linebacker right. He crashed in. I should have kept it. My bad. My bad. Should have kept it there. So it is what? 2nd and 9. Let's go basic handoff with Gardner.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 32.
That is a good adjustment. Under front. I may have to crunch in here. Something like that. There we go. First down. Good play there by Gardner. We can try option.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
I'll probably go to the right.
They'll line up in the wishbone.
Get a block there.
On the option.
Pitch that. There we go. Just get up. Oh, close. Almost got another touchdown for Gardner. Now he has over 200 on the day.
Offensive line. Yeah, it really was.
And now we'll just go off tackle until we get in the end zone. I feel like we're the best team in the group of 5 level. There may be another team out there that's excellent, but
Let's see if it'll be another touchdown.
yeah, let's give Newell. We have the extra defender on the left, so we'll just went to the right. 41-10. I think we'll let my first string finish out the rest of the quarter, then we'll put in the second string. So Gardner may get another chance to score now. I could have force-fed him the ball there, but I just, again, I think he's going to win the Heisman this year unless we just get unlucky, but he already has like 5 touchdowns already. Not the strongest of kicks. Is this going to go to the 20? Yeah, it's going to go to about the 12. Tackle by 81. A receiver, I guess, or tight end. Let's go cover 3. Do something like this.
They shift on the defensive line.
That's better.
Up the middle with a fullback.
Get a little play. First down.
Grant.
He just took his time.
Got a really nice gain on that run. I'm going to tell you.
Back to too high they go. Let's go. Oh, did I just call cover 2 or was I calling cover 1? I don't think it matters. We'll do another over front. That's another way to make your run or offense better. Great sack by Grant. Is to run trips and twins. Force the defense to shift their line and linebackers a lot. Add that to your run game. Makes it easier. If you run nothing but 2x2 sets, ace normal, gun spread, ace spread, ace slot, things like that, then it's a little harder to run on or run with. Intercept that. Good hit there by 57 by Lucas, of course. He's everywhere today. 3rd and forever. I'm going to go quarters on this one. A little too far from my cover 3. That would be a good... Oh, man, that just gave me a book idea. Okay, something for me to think about. All right, somebody get him. Great job of that quarterback. He dodged everything. So I got the QB awareness up to like 99 for the CPU. So look at this. Great pocket presence. He's Tom Brady out there just trying to maneuver, getting around. But it's not enough. So let's go double cross. So this will be our last drive for our first string. Let's see if we can get Gardner maybe another touchdown.
The Bull line up the punt.
Shank it. Somebody get a block on the right for me. Get up the field. Get up the field, Rich. Get up the field, Rich. He's a senior. JUCO kid. Good play there. Let's do halfback option from wide. As long as they don't spread out. They're not going to. I'm going to go to the left. All right, good defense. Nobody picked up the defensive end. Now you see why I don't use a whole lot out of that formation. That defensive ends just get free release way too often. All right, let's run basic off tackle. We're going zone. I think I may just go back to Gardner. Good defense. Corner got around. So that makes it, what, 3rd and forever. 3rd and 14 to be exact. We'll try vertical again. This time we're going man. Let me look at my matchups. Let me do something like this instead. Oh, yeah, end of the... my bad. I wasn't paying attention to the clock. So 42-10. We'll just call the same thing. Back to man again. And I think they're blitzing a few people.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Let's see.
Keep an eye on that
Cover one.
down there. He has big play potential.
Get it fine.
Out to the right.
Oh, great catch, Williams. Great throw.
What an amazing
Wow, fine. Making some decent throws out there today. Corner route. I love hitting that thing. Good play there. Let's run triple. They're going man.
on the 27.
And they're spreading out.
Fine. Options out,
Nothing here.
and now he pitches it.
Go to Gardner. Pick up 7 or so. Being patient with the triple.
Put on the ground.
That makes it what? On the 20? I'm going to try. PA slot cross.
Look at our Old Spice red
We're going to do a little boot.
zone.
I'd love to hit Harold,
The most.
but not against that safety. I don't think it's worth it. So let's just do something like this. Anybody open?
Looking. Across
Good little throw to the tight end. 6 points. Awesome play, baby. Yeah. We've had some really fun touchdowns today. Nice. We had the dive read, the triple for almost a touchdown. Killer play right there. So very simple boot action. You go back and look at this. So they're going zone. My only read here is I'm just rolling out and see if anybody's open. If they went like cover 3 or 4, I could have ran it with the quarterback. But at this point, I can tell they're going cover 2. So I'm like, who's open? So I'm seeing that tight end, pretty much the only one that's open at this point. Everybody else is covered. And just make a decent enough throw over everybody's head. Awesome play. Really cool. That's the Coleman. That's the receiver. My bad. That's not a tight end. That's my receiver. I should know my own players. Great play, though, to the receiver. Boom. 6 points. So let's put in our second string. Let's go mass subs, second team offense. And we'll kick an extra point. That was a lot of fun. So I know in my next offense, so I'm going to do a lot of passing one. I'm going to do a lot of different passing concepts, or not so much concepts, but play types. Like, I don't want to do, like, air raid is awesome. I love the air raid, but it's pretty much just quick and drop back. Pretty much all drop back and some screens. I love the idea of having a very diverse passing game where I'm play action. I'm going drop back. I'm doing quicks and I'm doing screens. I'm showing them different looks, do PA reads. And then I can do halfback draws off of that to make it look like a pass. So everything is just based off passing. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. My original thought was to possibly just do the Manning offense, but that's very no huddle-ish, and it's really hard to do in this game. Like, it can work, but we'll just see what happens when I play. But I just know I just want to do a lot more passing because Lord knows we don't do it enough in this offense. It's just not meant for it. Let's go one high to nickel. So we now got a bunch of babies out there, our second string. We're going to do something like this. I'm blitzing off the nickel. Going halfback direct. Make a tackle somebody. Good job, Al. So now it is what? 3rd and something? 3rd and 4. You're going goal line. We'll go man lock. I don't know if we got the bodies for it. Let me just look here. Yeah, we got enough backups everywhere across the board. That's good to see. Watch out for that tight end around play. Just off tackle to the right. Get a tackle. Get it, get it. There we go. I don't think he got it. Garcia, another freshman. The only majority of the runs from goal line are to the strong side. That's why I shifted everybody over on that one. At least I thought I did. I swear my short-term memory is terrible. All right, so now we're just going to run the clock and just kind of get out of here. We got 3.5 to go. Fine is still in there. I need to take him out. I need to put Randall in. We'll put... Is he my only quarterback? Yeah, we only got 3 live quarterbacks. So let's go. I think we got a couple other red shirting maybe. Let me do counter. I'm trying to think of plays I don't call. Let me do toss. Let's try toss.
They'll take over at the 39-yard line.
They're going zone. We still got New Whale out there, which is I'm okay with. All right. Oh, man, nobody blocked that guy. I for sure thought Rich was going to block that dude on the far left, and he just chose not to. Dang it. They crossed responsibilities. This guy's like, I'm going to block him. And Rich's like, okay, I'll block the safety. If they would have switched that could have been a really good gain. So we lost yardage. Let's just do off tackle from here.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 40.
So, yeah, I got some ideas for the new offense. Again, I may stick with Akron after this year. If we get moved up to the Big Ten, I want to stick with them. I think that'll be a lot of fun. You're going to see the same offense, more or less. Hope you're okay with that. But especially if Gardner's willing to stay. Can you imagine if he stayed for his senior year? Oh, I would break every record, and it would never be broken because he done it for 4 straight years. Would be insane. So hopefully that'll happen. I'm perfectly fine with me sticking around longer, especially if we get invited. But if we don't get invited, then I'll probably just move on. I had a good conversation with a viewer on the previous video on maybe I've been looking at Syracuse. Syracuse will be my pick in the Big East, but I've never done a Big 12 dynasty for the channel. So I may look at the Big 12 team. So I may look at that here at the end of this video, and we can kind of indirectly scout some of these teams later on. Again, just in case I actually decide to go to somewhere else next season. So that was a good run by Randall. Good blocking on the right side. I saw that safety went for the pitch man. Let's try. Let's do another toss. I want to keep fooling around with this toss play. We're going zone. When it comes to toss, you just got to be very patient with the blocking and just don't abuse the speed button. But hopefully the blocking is there. Now, I'm using updated plays, so these toss plays work a little bit better than what's in the original game. But there's still no guarantee of them. So let's go ahead and snap this. Oh, there was a hitch in that play. Did you notice that? He kind of stopped. Why did he... He kind of hitched a little bit. That's weird. Second and 14. Let's try triple from slot.
Second down, 14 coming up here. Ball on the 36.
I'd like to get one more first down before we end this thing. I'm going to go to the left. Just in case there's a hole right here, I can go to my B-back. So let's wind down this clock a little bit. So I'll try not to forget when we go to conference standings, we're going to look at the Big East and the Big 12. There we go. Big gaping hole. He got stuck on that defensive tackle. So it's 3rd and 9. I have another play. Let me look here. I'm going to go wide receiver middle. I forgot I have this play. Let's go wide receiver middle. That's a play that I updated. They're going man. I got 3 options. I got the switch concept or the dig. That safety's coming down. So if it's cover 1, I may end up going to the dig to long. But if they go cover 0, I can go to anybody over the top. If they go cover 1, I can't go to the cross. Let's see what they do here. Going cover 0. We'll go to the wheel, and he short-armed it. He threw it off his back foot. That was my fault. I didn't plant my feet. My left tackle got beat on that one. So I went to the right guy, just not a good enough throw. 4th and 9. Let me see what else I have here. Slant. Let's see if I can hit that comeback route. They're going man. I think I can make this throw. I'm going to have Randall block for me. No, he dropped it. He dropped it. That was a good play, too. Cover 1, go to the comeback against man. Just make the catch. And he didn't. So they're going to get the ball back with 42 seconds to go. We'll go cover 3. Something like this. So they got their backups in. Little hitch on that delay, on that play action or whatever that was. Pass interference. He must have ran into the receiver as soon as that throw was made. So it's 1st and 25. Offensive pass interference. That's weird. You don't see that play called often. Who was that on? I don't know who was that on. That was just a weird play. I don't know. That was on somebody. I didn't pay attention to who the name was. That was really weird. Okay. Let's go one high from nickel. We'll do something like this. Halfback direct. Get a tackle. 2nd and 27. I'm going to do another one high. Let's do off tackle from here. just in case they run to off tackle. Make a tackle, somebody. Ran over a couple dudes. That should be the last play of the game. 3rd and 13. I'll just go 4-2-5. Cover 2 man. They may snap it. Nope, they're not going to do it. All right, end of the game, 49-10, a good win for us. As expected, Buffalo's terrible. I don't know who's worse, them or Western Michigan. Western Michigan would be better if they knew how to get the ball to the receivers. At least with Buffalo, they gave it to their impact fullback a few times more. All right, let me speed this up. Campus Challenge, all those points. I got something cool coming up with that here in another week or so. Let's go to stats. 21 first downs to their 8, but 500 yards exactly on offense. They're 179, 370 yards rushing. I mean, they just couldn't stop us. It was just pretty easy all day. 130 yards passing, pretty cool. 66% on third down, not bad. No turnovers to their 2. You have no chance against me if you're going to see that. You know, you can't turn the ball over on me. Individual stats, fine, had a great game. 5 of 7, he had 2 touchdowns. Who would have thunk that? And he was the one who had, oh, that's right, he did have that last touchdown. That was our last touchdown before our second string went out there. Running the ball, Gardner, 209 yards, 3 touchdowns. Newell got 1, Harrell got 1. Harrell had some fun today off that dive read, and I gave him the touchdown the play after. You go to receiving, Williams had a good day, 90 yards and a touchdown. You go to defense, Garcia led, and how did he lead in tackles when Butler started? He must have done everything on kickoffs or something. I just don't remember Garcia being out there. Now, he did play in the 4th quarter because we put our second string in. But look at our leading tacklers, 2 freshmen. 2 freshmen, people. That's awesome to see. Good for the future. You go tackles for loss, Grant and McCutcheon, 2 apiece. You go to sacks, 1 for Grant. And we did have a couple interceptions, 1 by Rogers and 1 by true freshman Brandon Lucas. Really neat. So let's get out of here. We got to look at some things. Top 25 scores and things of that nature. Let's sim the week. We have Miami coming up. So we've taken on 2 Miami teams. We destroyed number 7 Miami. Well earned on that one. That's what they get for doing wrong to us 2 seasons ago. So let's go to top 25 for the week. We, of course, beat Buffalo, and you got Pitt, Miami, Minnesota over Penn State. Then you have Wake Forest getting destroyed by Florida State. Arizona State won. Missouri, Arkansas. Then you have Florida, Cal, USC, Oklahoma over Texas. Then you have Texas Tech, Michigan. Tennessee got beat again, I swear. South Carolina beat them. Of course, South Carolina, they've had decent seasons in this dynasty. Georgia won, and then last but not least, Texas A&M's in the top 5. So let's go to in-season recruiting. This should be interesting. We're going after 3 guys, so somebody dropped us. So here's the guard, and here's the defensive end. So that receiver, is it Boyd? No, it was Claret. No, it was another one. This kid right here. Dan Brand was the one we was going after. But he just took us. It was just too little too late, which is fine. Not a big deal. So we are going after 2 guys. There are only 2 that are left that we have a chance at. So let's just go 50-50. And we'll go 50 for Parker as well. So let's see. So we are in good shape here for the guard, but we got a negative pitch, but I think we're going to still be okay. Look, we're way ahead of Ohio State and NC State. So hopefully we can overcome that negative pitch, but we're going to have him come for the next game. Might as well. And then we are still in his top 8, so it may take a while for us to get this defensive end. We'll see. I still think we're doing okay 50-50 wise, though. I'm perfectly fine with that. So let's go Sports Illustrated. Top 25 polls: Michigan, Oklahoma, Florida, Cal, A&M, Miami, so on and so forth. And we are slowly moving up. We're still 17th in the country. You go to the media poll, and we are 13th. You go to Heisman Watch. We're still number 1 on the list, as we should be. We got 24 touchdowns on the ground, 3 through the air receiving. So he's got he's got over 1,500 yards total offense. Here's our only stumbling block. Graham Harrell already has 31 touchdowns through like 6 games. I mean, he's still got like 6 more games to go. If he gets enough 60-plus touchdowns, you kind of have to give it to him. I mean, I hate to say that, but he is just doing damage over there in Lubbock, Texas. But we'll see if we can just keep racking up the points and touchdowns and such for Gardner. Let's go to Players of the Week. If I can get to it, taking its time. Tyler Gronke. You might remember him from back in the day with our Hawaii Dynasty. He had a killer game in the run and shoot. An outside linebacker for Oregon had a good game. You go over to the MAC. And there's Gardner. He pretty much is the MVP every week on offense. Then on defense, a Ball State middle linebacker had a good game. Conference standings. Let's go to the East. Us, Bowling Green's undefeated. Miami's undefeated. So our next 2 games are super important. Let's look at Akron. Quarterback Jackson is out. Height is out for 1 more week. And Bryant, our kicker, is out for 3 more weeks, which how can a kicker get hurt? But he can. Jackson, Gardner, Williams, that's going to be pretty consistent. Then Garcia is somehow leading in tackles. Now, I know he's been playing the last 3 or 4 games, but it's just crazy to think true freshman's doing that for us. But I have a feeling that's going to change. But he led in tackles today, and he didn't even start. Incredible. But Grant's leading in sacks, and Rogers is leading in interceptions with 3 at the free safety position. Let's go to Miami. That's who we got coming up next. So they got a wide receiver out. Their quarterback is putting up decent numbers, 10 touchdowns to 2 picks. They don't run the ball all that much, apparently. And they got a decent receiver. They got a bunch of dudes on defense just kind of doing whatever. And in their last game, they beat Temple in a non-conference matchup. So we need to go do some scouting for a possible future dynasty. Because I want to stay in this file just so we can kind of keep tabs on what Akron's doing. Again, this is if we don't get invited to the Big Ten, and especially if Gardner leaves, which I fully expect him to leave. So let's go to the Big East first, if I can get to it. So here's the Big East. We've only been looking at one team, honestly. I'm going to go South Florida is having a bad year, but they're a 4-star program. But Cincinnati's 1-4. They're a 2-star program, but I don't want to stay in Ohio, no offense. But West Virginia, Syracuse, they're actually winning some ball games. They're 2-4. But they would be the ideal team that I would take over in the Big East. But let's go over to the Big 12. Let's just see who's been playing really terrible. So looks like Nebraska's a 5-star program, but they're just playing bad, so that wouldn't be an option. Colorado's 3-star. That would be an interesting team to take over if I wanted to do that, but I don't know. Let me just say. So they're 3-star. I wouldn't want to take them over. Now, I had a conversation again with that same guy. It's possible one day I'm going to do a dynasty with like a really good powerhouse team for 2 or 3 seasons and just try to have some fun with a lot of talent. We may do that one day, but here's Iowa State. If everybody wants me to stick with a normal rebuild, I can do that. But they're a 4-star program. Baylor's a 1-star. That would be the team I'd probably take over just because they're just not all that great. What about Kansas State? They're 3-star. What about Kansas? Kansas a 3-star. Missouri, they seem to be doing okay. Let me just look. I know Oklahoma State, they're 4-star. Texas Tech, they're killing it. And A&M, of course, they're one of the best teams in the country. And Oklahoma is one of the best teams in the country, too. So out of the Big 12, Baylor would be my option. Yes, they're in Texas, but Texas is no different than Ohio in terms of recruiting. There's just going to be a ton of talent. But they're still pretty awful, and that would be an uphill battle to try to rebuild them, but that would be fun. So either be Baylor or Syracuse, again, if I decide to move on from Akron after this season. But we got this season to take care of first. And that's what we got coming up next. Arguably our biggest game of the season so far, Miami of Ohio. They're 1-3 in a row. We got more talent than they do, not by a ton, but just a little bit. You look at their stats, their offense is terrible. They don't do anything well, except their turnover differential is good. So I don't know what this means, but we just got to evaluate their roster, see where their impact players are at, and hope for the best. Now, they run a spread offense. I already forgot what defense they ran. But either way, hopefully we can take care of business and continue this win streak and stay undefeated. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.